I don't know about you guys, but I've been waiting for maximums for quite a while, and after that nail event came out, I was like, oh, it's going to be coming up, but when are we going to get those cards? When are we going to get those cards? And all of a sudden, they just dropped yesterday out of nowhere. No warning at all. We got the brand new maximum set. So let's go and look at some replays. I'm going to be using nail, and of course, I'm going to be using his ace maximum monster, Yggdrago. I'm not going to be using the skill because I found a lot of the Yggdrago pieces in the sets. I do not have 3 of the centerpiece, unfortunately. It really sucks. But I spent over 7,000 gems. I was able to get everything else. I completed Yuga's maximum with max copies. I, strangely enough, got everything I need for Thunder. Didn't even know that I was going to be coming out in this set, but if I want to make a Thunder deck, I have everything. And same thing for Royal Rebels, and a lot of good stuff for Harpies, including Pet Dragon. We're going to have to do some replays of that deck as well. But yeah, let's just go straight into it and see how Nail and Yggdrago actually work. Alright, so we're going to do a nail versus nail, the battle of Yggdragos here. So which one of us are going to be able to actually come on top in this one? I'm going to be playing first, which is a little bit scary because if my opponent somehow starts off with Yggdrago, I am going to be in trouble. And I'm looking at my hand, I'm like, can I get that last piece? Because that would be really great if I get that last piece. But at the same time, I won't have anything to defend myself. But just knowing I have it will be great. And then I draw into my 5th card, and it is the final piece. So I'm like, wait a minute. I could just summon Yggdrago, like, let me give it a turn, I gotta wait a little tiny bit, because I don't want to just throw it out there being all vulnerable. My opponent might play something like Tribute to the Doom and destroy it. I don't want to risk it getting destroyed without being able to do any damage with it first. So they're going to go and set a monster and go into 2 15k beaters and smack me straight to my face with some really big damage. At this point, they're probably feeling pretty good about themselves. I had to Tribute to the Doom completely by accident. Did not want to do that. It was a misclick, but whatever. We're going to go and summon up the Yggdrago, and I'm going to use both of Yggdrago's effects over here. One, so I can now just pop that Light Sorcerer, and then I'm going to use the other one so I can change that monster's battle position, and it's a small Yggdrago piece, and I am just going to smack it. And I'm sorry, there was a weird cut there because I didn't know if my screen was recording, and I was tapping some things, and it was weird showing some weird, like, user interface functions, so I cut that part out, but you didn't really miss anything. It was just that attack and that was it. Using Yggdrago's effect again, so I can change that monster's battle position. They're going to decrease my attack with the barrier, but it's not really going to do much. Now they're going into hand filtering. As you see in my hand, I got another Yggdrago. Alright, so here they're coming out now. They're going to be bringing out their Yggdrago. Now, the thing is, I have the trap card that could decrease its attack by 100 for every side burst that's going to be in their graveyard, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want to show them I got another Yggdrago. I could have survived the attack, but I think it was just so much fun to show them that I just had another Yggdrago on deck. That was actually amazing. I started off with Yggdrago, and I was actually able to even summon it twice, so I guess I am the true nail. Next, we're going to be going against Roa. My goodness, people, Roa apparently has a brand new skill that I didn't know about, and we're going to go and see it in action right now. This skill is absolutely busted. So they're going to be starting off first. My hand is not too promising. I mean, I do have Widespread Ruin just in case I encounter something pretty bad, but there's nothing much I can really do here. I also have the trap card that lets me filter my hand by drawing 2 and then returning 2 to the deck. That way I can better get my maximum monsters. But as you can see here, they changed my monster's battle position, then go straight into Royal Rebels. Then they're going to go and just pop my card, gain attack points. And it's all thanks to that crazy skill, because that skill allows them to change the level of their monsters, also change my monster to attack mode, so I can't even hide. So that means Heavy Metal is going to be able to destroy something at least. That's ridiculous. I'm like, I gotta hide. I'm just going to go and play this big monster right here, and I'm going to go somewhere this other mode. Why did I say I was trying to hide for? I thought I was going to stay in defense mode, so I just saw the play I was doing right here. I guess I figured I might as well just pick off their board while I can, because there's no real reason not to, and I got a Yggdrago piece in my hand, so, and I'm going to be drawing 4 cards next turn, so I might be able to get Yggdrago on my following turn. They're going to go set a few cards, and I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. But then they use the skill again, so they're going to discard. Then they're going to change the level of all of their monsters. Then again, they're going to be able to get the Heavy Metal back to their hand thanks to the Punk. I believe that's his name his translated name in Duel Links. Then it comes right back out. They're going to go and destroy my monster, and then they're going to go in for the attack, and it's going to be a pretty heavy attack. I take 3,500 points of damage. I'm going to do some hand filtering, get rid of both the spell cards, because I'd rather get into the Yggdrago pieces. I'd rather not lose it. And I thought I might have had it, but oh goodness, no. I'm still down 1 piece, but I'm like, you know what? I can hide on defense, but I'll be okay. Or so I thought. Now here comes another Royal Rebels monster, and they're just gonna start picking off my monsters one by one. And I'm like, I need to draw into Yggdrago so that way I can just beat this guy. And I'm still in trouble. I drew into more Yggdrago pieces, but not the one I need. So I have to keep setting up monsters. They're gonna go straight again into heavy metal with its effect able to be activated, but all my monsters in defense mode, so who cares? But no, thanks to the skill again, all my monsters are now gonna go into attack mode. They're gonna destroy my monster, and they're gonna be able to do more attacks. Luckily, I have that solo face down, so that way I was able to stop the attack and survive for a turn. I'm like, I need the maximum, and my deck was actually able to give me what I needed. Here comes a nice heart of the cards moment, and here comes your Yggdrago. Now I'm gonna finally be able to take out any one of their monsters. I know I am. I did this duel. I'm gonna leave their heavy metal because they can't really damage me, so I'm gonna go after their small monsters so I can deal some damage. 2100 points is not bad after the barrier activated, so I'm like, I'm safe, I'm good. What are they gonna do right now? And then they summon Invasion. I'm like, what the heck is Invasion gonna do? They also set a monster, and they also use the stupid effect again. That skill is ridiculous. Yggdrago's now a level 6 monster. They are going to now decrease the attack of my monster with that new spell card by shuffling 4 monsters into their graveyard. And then they're going to go and bring back heavy metal. I'm like, so what? They bring back heavy metal. But no, that skill decreases the level of my monster. So now it's a level 6 instead of a level 10, meaning that heavy metal can then destroy it. But unfortunately, they can't attack directly thanks to Punk. So I'm like, oh, I believe it's Rocker. I keep saying Punk. Yeah, I do believe it's Rocker. So I'm going to go and just try to bring out this big boss monster over here. It's kind of like if I don't get the maximum, it can do stuff. But of course, they have solo, so they can survive. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do now? So I set a monster just in case they summon up another heavy metal, which was a mistake because they could change the battle position of my monster thanks to that new skill. They have to do something about that skill. The fact that you can use it every turn is incredible. Nothing matters. Like, it doesn't matter if I summon a maximum. They could just get over it. I can't hide in defense mode. Heavy metal is always going to have its skill prompted. All I can do is attempt to do something here. I use that same spell card they used on Yggdrago to decrease its attack points. And I use it on heavy metal, which is the wrong move because I can't beat over heavy metal anyway. I should have did it into rebel, but it clearly doesn't matter. I would have lost regardless. And now, here they go once again. Another heavy metal. Heavy metal is going to use the effect, destroy, and that's pretty much going to be it for me. I have no way to pretty much stop them. I'm going to try to decrease their attack points, fight to the bitter end. But yeah, that skill is absolutely busted. To me, this reminds me of the Luke skill where it was just for the ancient arise and everything. It was just too crazy. But yeah, let's just go to the next duel. So it's nail versus nail. So just letting you guys know that maximum is not like undefeatable. Yeah, Royal Rebels can do it. So again, once we'll go into it for nail versus nail, which means I know my opponent is going to be trying to summon Yggdrago against me. And I thought I had Yggdrago. I thought I had the maximum, and I misread the pieces. I was like, yeah, I got the full thing. No, 2 of the pieces are the same, so I don't have the full thing. They're going to go into tribute summon into that side boss monster that nail has. And I'm going to go and try to just hide in defense position for a little while. Why did I say I'm hiding in defense position? I thought that's what I was going to do. I forgot. I just summoned up the same monster. My bad. I'm bad at this commentary. I'm like, I just did these duels, but I couldn't even remember myself. I'm like, of course I'm going to hide in defense, but I was like, oh, I actually tied there? Okay, so I guess I'm risking big damage here, and that's going to be 3 15k beaters straight to the face. My goodness. And now I'm like, well, I better get Yggdrago, the centerpiece, because if I don't, I'm done. And here we go. So we got the centerpiece because I am the true nail. Against nails, I always have this type of luck of being able to always get out Yggdrago, even though I only have 2 of the centerpiece. So right now I'm looking pretty good. They're going to go hide in defense mode. And if you're wondering why I didn't destroy one of their monsters with my effect, it's because I have to mill 3 cards to do it. And I'm like, there's no reason. I only got 1 attack per turn anyway. I'd rather use my resources to keep changing their monster's battle position so I can actually be able to defeat them. Then they're going to tribute summon into, I guess, one of the UR cards that you can get while leveling up Nail. I was like, what the heck does this card do? But what it does is decreases my monster's attack points by the amount of Cyberus monsters on the field. And they can't decrease it by enough, so they're just going to go and take themselves out. That was pretty commendable. Better than just giving up. For a second there, I was scared. I was like, what are they doing? Are they gonna beat me? But yep, I was able to succeed. And now my final duel, I'm gonna be going against a Yugioh. Finally, this should be the duel. Nail versus Yugioh. This is the way it is supposed to be. and he got his nice board set up over there with the odd eyes mat and everything over there, while my stuff is still playing. I really gotta start, you know, I gotta fix those accessories. But I'm gonna be going first here. I'm gonna be putting 2 monsters in defense mode, Dark Ventron attack mode. Then I'm gonna be going to the side boss monster in attack mode, just so I got something intimidating on the field. And now they're gonna go, and I'm wondering what they're gonna do. Are they gonna do Overlord? I keep saying Overlord. I'm used to like the Japanese name, but I'm like, all right. So I guess I could just go in for the attacks on their monsters. There's nothing they can put in defense mode that could actually stop me, except for Magician's Valkyria, which would have 1,800 defense points. If any of my 15Ks attack into it, I'm taking 300 points of damage. But luckily that did not happen. They're hiding once again in defense position, and I'm like, I need Yggdrago so I can put that stuff in attack mode. And here we go against Yuga. This is the way it should be. I'm going to go and now summon up Yggdrago, the Sky Emperor. And I'm also going to have the animation playing out for you guys. I love Yggdrago. Look at this guy. Also, if you guys didn't notice, it has like a red gem, a blue gem, and a green gem, which are similar to the colors for Cyber and Dragon on each of its heads. So I fully think they did that on purpose. So again, I'm going to use the effect here, put it in attack position. It's one of the better effects to use because you can only attack with 1 monster per turn, so even if they're hiding in defense position, I could just use the effect and take them out of defense position. They're going to use the Harpies Lady effect, so I guess they're trying to use the Harpies Lady maximum, but that didn't really pan out well for them. Looking at their deck, I didn't know what to expect, what they were going to play, and so I'm just going to attack, and they're going to take 3,500 points of damage right to the dome because that Harpy girl was far too weak, and I don't know how many things they could have put in defense mode that would have actually been able to survive that attack. But yeah, I got myself the win there, and again, not complete deck, still need another one of the center pieces. So yeah, that would be one of the improvements I could make on the deck. Right now it's more of a beatdown version, but I do want to do kind of a Femtron build where you use the little Tron things to constantly draw out into Yggdrago, but I don't have enough of the Femtrons or all the other stuff yet. So at the moment, I'm just going down with a beatdown strategy because that's the most optimal thing I could build at the moment, but I will try to change things up. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about Maximus. Let me know what you guys think about that Roa skill. My goodness, that skill is absolutely ridiculous. But that's all I got for you guys today. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more content, I'm going to be dropping down the Overlord Maximum video, and I'm also going to be dropping a Harpy Lady Sisters as well, so if you want to see those, and those deck lists should be better. They are more fleshed out because they have all the maximum pieces. Actually, not true. Harpy Lady Sisters, the right and left piece, we need more copies of those. So yeah, Konami, work on that for Duel Links. We need more copies of those. I know they were free, but put them in a set or something. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Peace out.